Well, good morning and welcome to another daily Videodevo. Rene here in the lobby at Twin Lakes Church, and I want to share a fascinating verse with you. It's in the book of Psalms, Psalm 112, verse 5, and here's what it says. The generous man will not be overthrown by evil circumstances. That reminds me of a gentleman here in our church named Robert. You might have seen Robert. He's an elderly gentleman who is dealing with a lot of physical and cognitive challenges in his life. He uses a walker. Every time Robert speaks, it's loud because he has difficulty articulating words, and so he kind of makes up for that with volume. If you were going to read Robert's words in a book, they would be in all caps all the time. Well, Robert, a while back, had a series of strokes, and I went to visit him in Dominican Hospital. Now, Robert being in a hospital bed is something very unusual, very difficult for Robert, because Robert's mojo is just serve, serve, serve. If the door of this place is open, Robert is here serving. He's carrying food from the lobby over to the people's pantry for us to distribute groceries, or he's helping people in some other way, or he's decided to station himself as a greeter at one of our doors if there's nothing else that he finds to do. He is just a servant. He doesn't have a lot of wealth the way we might think of wealth, but he is generous with what he does have, which is his time. Dear Robert. Well, so it was unusual for Robert to be in a hospital bed. I went to visit him, and I said, hey man, Robert, how are you doing? And Robert just expressed nothing but gratitude for his circumstances, even in the hospital. He said, again, you got to see this in all caps if you're picturing this in your mind's eye. He said, well, Rene, I'm just being pampered here in the hospital. I get 3 meals a day. I've made 2 loops around the ward in my walker. Oh, he shouted at me as I was leaving, tell the people's pantry I won't be able to help this week, and tell Pastor Jim Jocelyn I won't be available to help people move for at least 2 more weeks. What I'm trying to get at is Robert is so generous with his time and so grateful for whatever he has that he proves that verse, Psalm 112, verse 5. Let me read it to you again. The generous man will not be overthrown by evil circumstances. Generosity is transformative when it is rooted in gratitude for all of God's blessings toward me. In that way, I want to be like Robert. And I hope you can be like Robert too. Just grateful for whatever you have in life so that your gratitude overwhelms into generosity. And when you live like that with a life of thanksgiving, gratitude, and generosity, then the Bible says you will not be overthrown by evil circumstances because your lifestyle of gratitude and generosity is going to sustain you, and God's going to bless you. Think about that, live like that, and you're going to have a great day.